Good afternoon, all of you. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here for the webinar. It is rightly said that learning has no limits. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Every child is gifted with different activities, and they always look out for someone who can shape up their beautiful minds. But still, some children, they struggle due to lack of confidence and lack of basics. So today, I, on behalf of Shri Ram Global School, introduce you to an enrichment education program by Arman EduLabs. Arman EduLabs is headed by Ms. Divya Oswal and Ms. Shweta Gupta. We welcome you, ma'am. First episode as a talk series, which is hosted by our operational head, Mrs. Ramandeep Bhatti. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kanika ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I would thank you so much for joining us today and sparing your precious time to join us for our first episode of the talk series. Kanika ma'am has just introduced our esteemed guests for the day. And I would just like to add a personal touch to this introduction. I have known Ms. Divya Oswal and Ms. Shweta Gupta for almost 15 to 20 years now, I think. And we met as young parents at a play school when our children had just started play school. And out of the group of the parents, there was an instant connection or a bond. And the reason for that was that we all shared a mutual passion for education. Today, all three of us are doing our bit for education. I am associated with Shri Ram Global School, and they are very successfully running Arman EduLabs. Before we start the session, I have a question for everyone. Can you all take a minute and write your answers in the chat box as to what, according to you, is a star child? And what are the qualities that we need to see in a star child? Parents, can we all please do that? So I think we have a whole lot of questions coming in. Divya, can you take over from here, please, and start answering some of the questions that we've just seen? And what, according to you, are the qualities that we see in a star child, or what is a star child according to you?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. And some wonderful answers coming in. I can clearly see that confidence is a clear winner when it comes to a star kid. All parents are looking at a confident child. There are some beautiful answers which are my personal favorites. Of course, every answer is correct. Answers that are talking about kindness, that are talking about compassion, that are talking about well-mannered children. These are such beautiful answers, and I feel if we can raise conscientious children to today's date, we've done a good job as a parent. Thanks a lot. So, you know what, parents, for us, your child will always be a priority. We will get down to talking to you, but before that, let me just randomly the children who have logged in here today. I'm a guest at your school. Let me just call out random names and ask a question. If you're around your child, please help them answer, but don't prompt them. We love independent children. Let them choose their answer. Please don't prompt them to answer. So let me see. I can see Vivan. Vivan Jen. Can you please unmute the camera phone, ma'am? Vivan.
So what makes Vivan happy? Happy kaise hote hai jab? How do you feel happy? When he plays, he feel happy.
Vivan is happy when he plays. Monique, what makes you happy?
What makes you happy?
Somebody give gift. I feel so happy.
About Sarvam. Sarvam, what makes you happy?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. What makes you happy?
Playing, reading books, watching TV, watching phone.
That's a lot of things. Lots of things. Watching TV, watching phone, and reading books. What makes you happy?
Ma'am, baking cakes makes me happy.
Oh,
We have a baker with us.
We have a baker too. So baking cakes makes you happy. Awesome. Thank you so much, parents. I wish we could just let everyone share what makes them happy, because what makes children happy makes us happy. Moving on, and the reason why I asked you this question, what makes your child happy, is going to be the basis of our coming half an hour, 40 minutes of how we're living, is actually what will define your child to be a star child, not be a star child, be an achiever or not be an achiever. So if I request Pawan ma'am to show the slide, we'll start first by talking about what are these qualities. If you're talking about problem, then we're talking about problem solvers. If we're talking about problem solvers, makes it star child. So for all of those who said a confident child will always become more confident or become confident at all when you let that child fall once or twice and rise and stand, learning. It is always a cycle of a problem and solving a problem that will make your child a star kid. Of that, we are just requesting you to look at it from a very different perspective. Only marks are not going to get your child the star kid badge. It is, as I said, how that child deals with life. Reward him with that badge of the star kid. So let's quickly see these qualities that I'm talking about in a star kid. Critical thinking and curiosity. Now, all your children present here, all of them, whether even if you have older ones, all of them are born with an inert questioning ability. ये ऐसा क्यों होता है, ये वैसा क्यों होता है, आपने मेरे को 2 मिनट जल्दी क्यों उठाया, आपने मुझे 5 मिनट लेट क्यों बुलाया. Simple question. And as a parent, our reply is, बोल दिया ना, चुपचाप कर लो. Don't ask too many questions. It's understood ऐसे ही होना है. These little things, and I'm a parent, I completely understand. We are tired, we are multitasking. Not every time we have an answer for simple, small questions. I'm not talking about those exceptional days. I'm talking about your habit. As a parent, if you curb the questioning ability of your child at an early age, you will not be able to suddenly get a topper in 10th grade. It's a very long process. You need to let your child be curious. So please remember, one of the primary qualities in all your children to be star children should be critical thinking and curiosity. Any parent who can talk about critical thinking, what is this critical thinking that I'm again and again mentioning? What do you understand by critical thinking? Any parent, just unmute yourself and go ahead. One answer.
Ability to analyze.
Great. Ability to analyze. Critical thinking is exactly that. As one is problem-solving attitude. I talked about problems. If you do not inculcate the attitude in your children to solve problems, you will always have dependent children. They will come back to you again and again, ये कैसे करना है, फिर again ये कैसे करना है, and then suddenly you expect कि वो exam अपने आप कर जाए. How is that possible? Homework, growth mindset, not afraid to lose. I think we as parents, and I know, I think you'll agree with that, Shweta, Raman, I hope you agree too. We are failing at this point number 4, growth mindset. The moment our child underperforms, what is the first thing that we say? Kyun kam number aaye?
You didn't do well.
You didn't do well.
What was the reason behind
Kya
it?
reason tha? Instead, that it's okay. Let's learn from our mistakes. It's always fine to fail. Let's embrace failure. Failure is a part and parcel of life. By you proving that क्यों नहीं हुआ, कैसे नहीं करके दिखाया, ये एक ही लाइन सीधी क्यों नहीं है, it's okay, कल बन जाएगी. Just encourage them to be okay with failure. All right, ready for another challenge. They should not shy away from challenges. It's pretty self-explanatory, and we cannot stress enough on happiness and positivity. There are good days and there are bad days. They will always be there. Only a happy child and a positive child will ultimately be a successful child. So for all those who said kindness, goodness, good manners, intelligence, confidence, put it all together, and these are the qualities that you would want them to have to achieve all those other qualities that you put down in the chat box. I hope I'm making sense so far, because what's lying ahead after this, the qualities of a star kid, is actually the practical challenges that we face. It's easier said than done. We need all this, we all agree, but there are lots of challenges that we face in getting these star qualities. And for that, I'll give it over to Shweta. And before that, Raman, I know Shweta is beautiful, beautiful brand in itself when it comes to education. The vision is wide spectrum. And knowing you associated with the school, I know there must be a lot of quality studying. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, thank you, Divya. That was very well explained. And I hope our parents have learned a lot from what you've said. I completely agree with what you've said here. And I want everyone to know that, yes, failures, we all face failures. We have to prepare our children to face failures, face them strongly, understand, learn from them, but not stop there. You will fall in a race. You have to teach your children, get up and complete the race. You cannot win all the time. And of course, but we do participate to win. But as I would just like to put an example here, even a Sachin Tendulkar cannot always score a century. He gets out on a duck as well. So that's what we have to prepare our children for. The curiosity has to be there. The learning will only be better if they ask as many questions. And we at Shri Ram do encourage that in our children. And Pavan ma'am, can you please share the slide with us? Here I would, like to mention to everyone that these 7 C's are the hallmarks of our school. And we very strongly follow these in our everyday learning. With these hallmarks, we want that our children should be confident. As you mentioned, that is the first thing. You could be having the grades. If you don't have the confidence tomorrow to walk in, face an audience, face a panel for an interview, I think we are not solving the purpose with just getting a 95 or a 99%. That is important. Of course, I don't say grades are not important, but that's not enough. And of course, critical thinking, as you said, curiosity, you should just encourage them to keep asking questions. We are busy in life. We cannot shut up our children and say, it's okay, they're just talking, and treat them like adults. When they're talking something, take them seriously. Take that 1 second to answer. That goes a long way in bringing up your children. Creativity, of course, if you're going to encourage creativity, it's going to tomorrow, we might have an Einstein amongst us. So we have to keep encouraging that. And we do encourage creativity in our school. And one thing I would like to add here, you could have a brilliant student academically. You could have a student doing well in every sphere of life. Tomorrow could be in an amazing job. But if there's no compassion, I think the very purpose is lost. The foundation of anything is to be a good human being. And that's what we teach our children. Compassion is very, very important for us at Shri Ram. And of course, the commitment, you've started out on something, you need to be committed to each and everything you're doing in life. So yes, we believe in what you are saying, Divya, as well. And we feel that by the end of the day, when our children walk out of here, they should have all these qualities in them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they do come. I mean, it's easier said than done. We want these things to happen, but then we do have body issues. They don't end up happening. There are certain challenges that I think we should discuss.
Yeah, the issues will carry on in life forever. It's not like it's just with schools or just till the education level. They're just going to carry on forever. But that's the whole point. Maybe, let's look at the present scenario. Nobody was ready for a COVID pandemic. It happened. There are some people who could not deal with it. There were others. And that's what I say is education, not just getting the grades and numbers, learning to deal with life in every aspect. Yeah, so all this sounds very good. And, we've listed all these qualities and things, but as we mentioned, that there will be challenges. Every day there's a challenge you face in life. Just a simple thing, if you're getting late to work, it's raining, we are running against time. So that's a small challenge again, and everyone faces challenges. So why don't you enlighten everyone about the challenges, especially when it comes to nurturing a star child, if you're all looking at that, and what should the parents do when we're looking at these challenges?
So can we have this from parents? What are the challenges being faced by you when you are nurturing your child? Can we have it in the chat box? If somebody wants to unmute and want to speak something, please, they're most welcome.
It could be a very simple challenge. Don't shy. Every challenge is.
Ma'am, I'm facing problem I make him try to make him confident, but he doesn't. He's lacking. He has a stage fear, you can say. So I don't know how to boost his confidence.
We're noting all of this.
Yeah. Divya ma'am, yes, one from my side. They don't feel like studying nowadays. No mood to study for the last.
I think everything is excused in COVID times.
Divya just mentioned, handling two kids of different ages, we just have this question. At the same time, both have their different level of understanding, curiosity, and food habits. So this is just what Divya was mentioning, like Raman, Divya, our kids are one is about to go to college, another one then middle school. So it's sometimes hard for parents to, understand their different level of understanding. So we will answer all these questions and the challenges being faced. We have noted all this, and this will be answered throughout, and plus we'll be definitely answering the later. So Pawan ma'am, can we have this slide for the challenges?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please. Sorry.
Ma'am, I have a different query. My child is very good. He's disciplined and he always listens to me. My problem is I get aggressive sometimes and I don't know how to control myself.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. That's also, again, thank you for sharing it out so openly. It takes a very, a very bold person to accept their shortcomings. So good job on that. And we all end up losing our strings one time or the other because again, we're brilliant multitaskers. We'll tackle that for sure.
So here, there are some challenges which are faced in being a star child. Most of us are aware, you have already answered our questions. We know that there's lack of resources and opportunities, which actually hinder the child's growth and development. So it's very important that we make the things available to them, whether it's the right book, whether it's the right resource through online, whether it's a puzzle game, whether it's, maybe another crossword doing with them. So it's very important to give them the exposure of the opportunities and resources. And next is concentration. We had this question also about concentration. Somebody asked, I really can't recall the name, I'm sorry about that. But then somebody just asked the question about concentration and focus. So children are naturally curious with unmatchable energy. And it's sometimes when they don't find a thing interesting, it's automatically they will shift their focus to the interesting thing. So, it's in our hands to how to make it interesting. We as parents have to work on that, so kind of, reasoning out and asking them questions about it, and maybe, tell them to critically think, like Divya just mentioned clearly, to critically think about anything and then moving forward about it. So that's right. So for example, just a normal example, student who's aware of maybe fractions or maybe aware of operations will work on the word problems or the logic behind it effortlessly because he knows the right concept behind it. The concept is clear to you. So that conceptual knowledge is very important for a child. Sometimes some children, they actually go for shortcuts and they're not ready to do the hard work. That lies in the conceptual knowledge. But then it's very important that we start from the basics. Once the concept clarity is there, they'll be able to build on further. That if we work on the roots, it's very important in that case. So then we all parents are millennials. We have our social commitments, we have our engagements, but a child's growth is entirely dependent upon us. It's very important that we give them that kind of attention, which we really need for their growth and development. So here, at our center, we have parents who generally come up with the problems that the child tend to argue at times, or sometimes they have their mood issues or some kind of issues they have, so, and then when we dig, we realize that the problem is actually deeper, and it's the lack of the quality time which we don't end up spending with them. So parents, there are many ways that we can spend quality time with them, maybe like reading a book, playing a game with them, talking to them about different things, number of things we can do with them. We can just develop their thinking process. And like Divya and Raman clearly mentioned, and talking about their failures, it's absolutely fine. I myself have failed a million times. So talking about their failures and appreciating, praising them, that's like the key. It's very important to boost their morale. Then we have, and lastly, we have like lack of motivation and enriching environment. So this is also very important, that motivation is there. We keep them engaged in the topic by arousing their interest in that. And with the enriching environment, it will help them to foster further. So these are the challenges which are like, we generally face. And I know there must be more challenges, but then these are primarily the main challenges.
Yes, so I think, Shweta, you explained it very well. And I think these kind of challenges, sometimes parents come, and meet me in school. And this very thing about, sometimes we as adults are facing issues. And who are the easy targets for us parents? We've been through it. It's our children, and it's perfectly fine. It takes, as you said, it takes a lot of courage to speak up and say, it's not my child. Sometimes I'm at fault. And you could be at fault. And accepting it is the first step. And you've already taken it, ma'am. So if you've accepted it, I think the first step is taken. But of course, challenges in different shapes and forms will keep coming at every step in life, any different stages. But then again, overcoming them, how do we deal with them? Divya is going to explain to us, how do we overcome these challenges from here?
So I'll just talk about the generic category of solutions first. These are the go-to things. You do them, I'm telling you, you'll be sorted for most of the challenges that you're all facing. All these 6-7 tips over here are an answer to all the varied challenges that we were talking about. But we will definitely particularly look into the challenges that you all speak up and have already spoken up. So we'll open the Q&A and the discussion very soon. Just quickly wrapping this up for you. So follow the first topic the first point in itself, early reading habits. If you can develop reading habits in your child at an early stage, you have created a beautiful creature who will deal with all the problems coming his or her way automatically. You will probably be wondering as to how can a simple reading habit give solution to possibly everything. See, books open your imagination. We've been talking about creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving. That's all there in a book. A book has a structure of hero, villain, problem, the problem cause solution, the hero solving a problem. These are just fun ways of triggering your problem solving attitude. We all after 2nd, 3rd grade say vocabulary badi average hai, likhne ka to uska man hi nahi karta hai, बोलना तो आता ही नहीं है, तीसरे सेंटेंस पे करने लगता है या लगती है. All these problems have this one simple solution, early reading. So what is the right age to read? Anytime and every time you decide. If you feel that you can literally, while putting your child off to sleep, read 4 beautiful lines, shloks, some extracts of maybe a mythological book, something funny, maybe your favorite Roald Dahl, anything, it's absolutely fine. Consciously, if you want to do it, something like 1 year plus is great. You have some beautiful books. The child is ready to, it has a grip, recognizes colors, the motor skills are developed, and I'm sure Raman can comment more on that because she's dealing with children of a very young age at Sri Ram. So maybe they can say that how do children take on to reading habits early? But we've seen that the earlier it is, the better it is. All right. How do you? So read before bed for 15 minutes consciously. Always let your child decide the book. Parents, please don't try and pour your choices on children. It is taking more time. Early reading habits, parents, and this is how you can achieve them. Creative thinking and writing. Please don't discourage children to write even 5 words. This is another thing that you should take up as parents, as your owners, at grade 3 and grade 4, and you will eventually reach there if you're not already there. You will find your children saying, likhne mein man nahi karta, your teacher, creative writing kya? Even sending a simple text is creative writing. When students come to us for creative writing, we tell them, don't you chat with your friends? You love chatting with your friends. That's creative writing. You're writing. Expressing your thoughts in words is writing. So inculcate these 3 things at least to begin with, and the remaining 3 that Shweta will tell you, and then we'll open the house for Q&A.
Thank you, Divya. So very insightful, reading habits, creative thinking, and then independent learning. So these things are really important. And then moving on further, it's like concept. It's very important. I just explained before, the concept and knowledge is very important to enforce it, whether it's at schools, whether it's at homes, whether it's at enrichment centers. It's very important that we build on the first principle. Once the concept is taught and we build on further, it becomes easier for them to grasp it. I'm just thinking about...
That was wonderful. Divya and Shweta, you did an amazing job in telling us how do we overcome the challenges. And I, agree a lot to what you guys have said. And that is the reason for us at Shri Ram, we are soon going to be introducing academies for all our students. Because as we keep emphasizing, grades are important, but sometimes, there are parents who will say, and we see the newspapers flooded straight after board exam results are out, especially. All the schools are saying, hamare bachcho ko, somebody's got a 99, somebody's got a 99.2 or whatever. The competition is crazy. But is that enough? As I said earlier also. So in order to say that, sometimes the question is, who is the topper? Well, I really don't believe in a topper just being a 99%er. Suppose there's a child who's got a 95% and he's excelling in a lot of other things, whether it's sports, co-curricular activities, and he's a 95%er. According to me, he is a topper over a child who scored 99% and that's all he does. Yes, so these are the activities that our children are going to be, participating in. First one is Sri Center of Performing Arts. Now, performing arts, as we all know, somebody could be interested in music, it could be drama, it could be dance. Every kind of talent in a child needs to be encouraged. You don't know what they're going to grow up to be. Just excelling in academics, as I mentioned, is not enough. And then the second academy is going to be Think, Create, Innovate. Again, curiosity, creativity, these are things that are going to take you really far in life, besides your studies, of course. Next slide, please, ma'am. So then we have the digital den, keeping in mind the times that we are in, of course, computers, exposure to all the gadgets, everything. So our children need to be at that level where they can stand and, handle technology to that level. So one is going to be digital den. Shri Center of Mindfulness. Again, this is going to be a yoga center where, children are able to calm themselves, learn to deal with stress. We have unfortunate cases of children studying for exams, not being able to do well. You hear of incidents where there are suicides. Well, we want our children, as I said earlier, to be able to learn failure. They will face it sometime in their life. So this is where, the Shri Center of Mindfulness comes in. Next slide, please, Pavan ma'am. Gaming garage is very important. As we know, not only academics, I'll keep saying this again and again, sports is equally important. We in India have some amazing sportsmen and people can make a career out of it. It used to just be earlier that you just need to be a doctor, engineer. Well, that's not the norm anywhere. So games need to be encouraged as much as the academics. And of course, reading forest, you guys have just discussed how important reading is. And I second that. We at Sri Ram in our new campus are going to have a state-of-the-art library to encourage this habit from the very beginning. And let me tell you, foundation stage is important. So when I have parents come and say, "Mera bacha time pe sota nahi hai, to wo class ke liye time pe uthta nahi hai," I tell the parents that please make it a habit to sit with them, read for even those 5-10 minutes of that time, because it's not fair. You're telling the child, time ho gaya, and parents are giving phones. Not done. You need to pick up a book. Okay, let's read a story together. Of course, I think, Divya, you mentioned right in the beginning of the workshop how important it is for children to be happy. I want to wrap here with the quote, Sir Ratan Tata: do not educate your children to be rich. Educate them to be happy. If parents, the children are not happy, the whole purpose is lost. It's defeated. And I always keep telling our parents, and for those who are not a part of the Sri Ram family, I would like to mention here that we as a school do our bit, but we always like to work in a triangle. Education will be complete if it's the school, the parent, and the child. If we work together, we will complete the triangle, and then you will see our children will go places. Yes, let's get started with the questions.
So starting with who, is it Gagan? Is the name right on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you talked about parent aggression, which is very common. It's not something to be ashamed of. It happens, right? But let me just ask you one thing to understand it better. That does it happen while you're in the middle of something and you had a very busy day, or it's just generally when you see a child perform, you still feel that there is more scope, it can be better, so that's when you get aggressive?
It's both the times, ma'am. Sometimes I'm busy with my study. I have an exam, and it's not that I have family issues. My family is very understanding. And most of the times it is because I know he can do more well. And that is the time when I get angry at him.
Right. So for the first instance where you feel that you're busy and you're really caught up in your paper and all, communication, you are trying to make a child disciplined. You are making a very mature child out of your young one, saying that, okay, everyone has issues. So I need to understand and respect theirs. And this is the time when I can talk to my parent about it. Say that I'm always available. So the baker child will be happy to be a baker. He's not going to be happy getting a star in a race, by the way. The child who wants to play games on the mobile will be happy there. The child is not going to be happy if you give him an A-star in his writing competition. So they are still doing all of that. And they're doing all of that because you want them to do that. They'll realize it's important in middle school, maybe high school, maybe never. We'll get there. But right now, by being aggressive for achieving something, you are only trying to tell your child that you're not good enough. And that's the last thing you want to say. That's something you don't even mean. But unfortunately, that's the message going.
So, it's important to have that short breaks. You just cannot work continuously on one thing or studying. If your child needs that vent of energy, so we can give them that window. Just give them 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on their short break. And then believe me, they will come up with better work.
We had a few parents talk about, so we're going to put that all together in one umbrella, Raman. We had parents who talked about hyperactivity, distraction, lack of concentration. They're all siblings. And how can you do that? So just write this one little formula. It's called sodas, like the soda that we drink. It's SODAS. You can write it down or you can remember it. All right. Shweta is just punching it for you. SODAS. S is a situation. I is for situation. O is for options. All right. How will you solve that situation? The options available to solve a situation. D is for the disadvantages of the options that you've chosen. A are the advantages of the options that you've chosen. And S is the solution. All right. So we say, let's pop open a soda today. And that's exactly how we begin this activity. So you might just want to create a situation. You might even be in a situation at that point of time. It could be a very simple situation like we're all sitting and having our dinner and the chapatis aren't coming in time. We're all waiting. Okay, so that's a situation. Let's deliberate on that by a simple sodas activity. So try and do these little things with your child. See, what happens is the sense of achievement of coming up with a solution for a very small thing at the end of it is like for those who are working in this group today, solving the water crisis. It's that bigger deal for them. Believe me, they feel like scientists. They feel like CEOs. They feel like Bill Gates. They feel like the works. So small achievements for them will take them a far way. Do this activity. It should enrich your child. It should bond you better to find solutions. There is one more interesting thing that you can do is see every little thing around you is a capable project. Everything. You can literally think of whatever your child likes. Parents who are cribbing about phone time, COVID time, screen time, everything is a project. My son is spending a lot of screen time and I cannot detach him. I just cannot seem to detach him from the love of Fortnite. It's probably the in thing with all these boys and girls alike. By the way, nothing is gender-based today. So all these boys and girls get online to play these games. I just cannot get to distract him from it. So what I've kind of done is, apart from making a schedule, okay, these 1.5 hours, go play. I really don't care. Maintain a distance. It has to be, your eyes shouldn't suffer. So just saying, create small projects out of the things available around you. It will give a lot of sense of achievements. Please don't fall into the peer pressure that uska bachcha to is umar mein ballet ke 50 rounds le leta hai ek pair pe. Doesn't matter. Your child is not meant to do ballet, doesn't enjoy ballet. Your child is probably just meant to be in the kitchen and embrace grandma. And I'm just saying, please try and encourage all these little activities around you for parents who are talking about confidence, hyperactivity, a lack of concentration, demotivation. These are all very practical solutions, and I hope you're able to put them to use. So Raman, that's about it from us with all the kind of questions we had from our parents. If we missed out on any, please let us know.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you've enlightened all our parents, answered their queries. Parents, if you have anything else that we need to discuss, you can always come to school, have a word with me. We can take it from there.
Thank you so much, Divya ma'am and Shweta ma'am, for such an inspiring and valuable session. And thank you for giving your time and making your presence. Thank you, parents, for being a wonderful audience. And have a great day. Take care. Thank you so much, parents, and thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It was really inspiring and learning session.